The Vital Bracelet has been out for almost 2 years now, but with how many different releases, different types of content cards, and not to mention the fact that there have been 3 phone apps created for the series, there's still quite a lot of confusion about the Vital Bracelet series, with a lot of very frequently asked questions going around different communities. So let's go over some of the most common queries about the series. First up, and this is a big one that I have mentioned before, but I don't think I could continue on with this video without addressing it, and that's to do with which cards work on which Vital Bracelets. In terms of full compatibility, the first releases of the Vital Bracelet being the Vital Bracelet Digital Monster, the Digivice V, and the US release of the V, the Vital Hero, and the Vital Bracelet characters. Now, Digimon cards, called DIM cards, including the Metabots card, are fully compatible on the Digimon releases, meaning the original Vital Bracelet Digital Monster, the Digivice V, and the Vital Hero. While the Vital Bracelet Monster cards, or VBM cards, which were released with the characters from the Ultraman and Kamen Rider franchises, are fully compatible with the Vital Bracelet Characters bracelet. The new releases, called BE Memories, will not work with any of these older Vital Bracelets. Now, this is something that I needed to address because I've seen a few people still ask whether or not they can buy the BE Memories and not have a BE and just get it working on the original Vital Bracelet. And the answer is no. While some people have wondered, hey, maybe there's some limited compatibility version, the answer is no. It just doesn't work. So if you want a BE memory to work on something, your only option here is to get a Vital Bracelet BE, not any of the older Vital Bracelets. So the Vital Bracelet Characters ones will work with the VBM cards. The Digital Monster ones, the DIM cards, will only work on the Vital Bracelet. So the newly released model of the Vital Bracelet BE, will accept all BE memory cards, so these are across all the franchises that the BE memory will be covering, so Digimon, My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, etc. And of course, the BE will also work with the older Vital Bracelet cards, including the DIM and VBM cards. So as of recording this, the best option if you want to run literally every single content card for the Vital Bracelet is to pick up a BE, as it works with all the content cards that have been released as of recording this, and ones in the future, unless we get like a BE2 or Vital Bracelet 3 or what have you. But in terms of as of recording this, your best bet to have all the content that you want from across all the franchises, your best bet is to get the Vital Bracelet BE. A related question is about how to get trophies on the older DIM cards using the BE. And the answer is actually fairly simple. While you can't get the daily and limited trophies that you got on the original Vital Bracelet, you're actually able to do any of the exercises any amount of times. You're not limited to doing 1 exercise or 3 exercises once per day. You can do any number of exercises and it will give you trophies that way. It's called PP, but it works in the same way as trophies, but you're not limited to how many or how few you can get in a day like you were with the original Vital Bracelet. So the Vital Bracelet original content cards are actually a lot easier to use on the Vital Bracelet BE. And in a way that I was kind of still wondering, hey, maybe I'll still use my original Vital Bracelet to run the old cards, but now they've made it so easy on the Vital Bracelet BE, I don't want to use my older Vital Bracelet, which is kind of the way you want to go for a new version of something. So in terms of the 3 phone applications that were released, while the older apps, which are being shut down in March 2023, are not compatible with the Vital Bracelet BE and split the character series from the Digimon series, the new app, the current app, supports every Vital Bracelet released from the franchise across every single DIM, VBM, and BE memory. However, and this is a big however in terms of if you are still using the older Vital Bracelet, there is no way as of recording this, to send special missions across using this new app, like there was with the older app, where you could send the Vital mission or the Steps mission or the Win or the Battle missions across to your Vital Bracelet. These don't actually exist on the new app, which isn't needed as much anymore anyway, because it is easier to get trophies. As I mentioned, you're not limited with the amount of trophies that you can do per day like you were on the original Vital Bracelet. So you don't really need to necessarily send these special missions across. However, it means that this functionality is no longer has a point, which is kind of annoying. I do miss sending the special missions across, but it does make sense because you can get all your trophies that you need for evolution on the BE itself. However, if you aren't or haven't upgraded to the BE, it does mean that you're kind of out of luck in terms of sending these across, especially with the older app shutting down very early this year. As of recording this, the old apps are still up, but they are shutting down in like the next month or so. So I wouldn't recommend getting too attached to the older app. The new app does have its problems. Hopefully, these problems will be improved upon or reduced very soon. There's still a lot of fine-tuning that needs to be done for this new app. I'm still of the opinion that they should have just upgraded the original app, but they wanted to develop it in-house, I guess, and the new app is developed in-house while the older apps weren't. So I guess that's a decision that they've made. Anyway, another commonly asked question about the Vital Bracelet BE is in regards to the adapter straps, where you can change the straps with the official ones, or you can get custom ones on Etsy or 3D print your own, which I've done videos on. A lot of people are asking, hey, can I use the same strap across the Vital Bracelet series? And the answer is no. BE, slightly different size, so it would need a different adapter, so those aren't compatible in terms of the straps. But the good thing is that the BE actually does have official straps that you can use. While there's only a few, it's nice to have that as an official option rather than getting one off Etsy, 3D printing one, or just using the gacha ones, which coincidentally fit on the older Vital Bracelet. Again, they don't fit on the new Vital Bracelet. So that is another one that I wanted to address because I have seen quite a few people asking that question. Now, another common one, and this is talking about the app again, is about the sending of Digimon to and from the app. Now, the original app, the old app, would have the sending all together in the same location. You would send and receive Digimon under send. However, on the new app, it does say how to go through this process, but it's very easy to skip, especially if you think that you already know the process because you used to use the old app. So that's not the case. While the original app, yes, had you sending and receiving in the same place, the new app only has the bracelet to app transfer under send. To send Digimon to the bracelet, the user must navigate to the assign area and press hold down on the Digimon that they want to send, and then select send. The app also has new battles, which have more gameplay and length to it. Unfortunately, it's hard to actually get a match with somebody, even during events, which is quite surprising. We had the January event just the other day, as of recording this, and you're allowed 10 battles, and 9 of 10 of my battles were against CPUs. Meaning that it looks for a match for about a minute or two, and then if it can't find another person to battle, it puts you against a random CPU, not a ghost of a player like it was on the original app, just a random CPU called player that has CPU next to it. And of course, 1 out of 10 of those matches was against a real person. This is slightly surprising because I remember raiding on the older app, and I felt like there were always people playing the app at the same time. On the new app, not so much. And that is because it is fairly common to lose a Digimon when transferring it. I've already done it about 4 times. On the old app, yes, it was still possible, but through the entire lifespan of the old app, it only happened once. On the new app, it's already happened 4 times, and I only just got the BE, like, in the last 2 months. So that is a shame. That might be why people are less likely to use this app, but it's kind of all we have at the moment, at least for the BE. So these battles are also now 2v2 battles, and again, they are live, not against just ghost of other players who are using the app, just live battles, which is nice because you know that there's another person on the end that you're actually battling against instead of a CPU version of an actual person. But I think in terms of like compatibility and load time and just general enjoyment, I almost prefer the ghost CPU rather than the actual live player. On that note, yes, the app is extremely slow. I have a lot of loading screens, and I don't have an old phone or anything. I have a Pixel 3, I think it is, and the load times are just awful. It spends most of the time loading. It's every time I open the app, I feel like I want to do something else at the same time, because even sending Digimon to and from takes several minutes longer than it should because of the loading screens. It needs to be optimized in some way. It's got a lot of problems, as I mentioned earlier, and hopefully those problems can be kind of ironed out at some point. Another new feature on the Vital Bracelet BE is the ability to have one of the backup Digimon given the support role, which means that this Digimon can help out your active Digimon in battle. You can actually change this, but it's a fairly hidden feature. When you're in the backup menu, holding the top button down will select and deselect a Digimon as the support Digimon. I had to play around to find this feature. I thought it was just random. It's not. You can change this, but unless I missed it, it's a fairly hidden feature, which is a shame because you would want your strongest Digimon to be your support when you're in battle, or your second strongest rather. So that's kind of a shame. And then the last frequently asked question that I just want to address is about the water resistance of the Vital Bracelet BE. A lot of people are asking if it's waterproof. The answer is no, it's splash proof. So no swimming with it. I don't even take mine in the shower. I still take it off. But when I'm washing my hands, I leave it on, which is good. When I'm sweating, I don't have to worry about any sweat dripping into it and ruining it because it's splash proof. So that is a positive aspect of the BE, that you can just wash your hands without like fear of it just breaking. Because the Vital Bracelet original and Digivice V and Vital Hero, etc., they were not splash proof at all, and I wonder if mine kind of died the way it did, where its button just stopped working, was because maybe it got a little bit of moisture in there. Would not be surprised, but at least that's something we don't have to necessarily worry about with the Vital Bracelet BE. Anyway, those are all the frequently asked questions that I could think of. I just thought I'd make this video to help out some people who are still not sure about various aspects of the BE and the BE memories. So if there's anything that I haven't addressed, feel free to ask in the comment section below. Like this video for, again, I love the 25th anniversary BE. I love this case. It's definitely the one I'd recommend, just because it's got like almost like a little bit of protection there because it's got that little raised bit. I don't know, I'm a big fan. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbours, and of course, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!